to the live feed that we had scheduled. We were running just a little bit behind because we actually got stuck in some rain, and we are at SeaWorld today in Orlando. Some things were closed down, but the rain has stopped, so we are in here now. And let's see, I'm checking the time. It's about 3:45, and we are sitting here waiting for the Sea Lion show to start. Excuse me, which is going to start in about 15 minutes. So don't just ignore the way everything is right now. We got pretty much soaked in the rain, so I apologize for all that. But nonetheless, we're a few minutes late, but we are here. So I wanted to give a quick introduction, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around so everybody can see the arena where the Sea Lions are going to come out and perform. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around, but before I do that, I want to welcome everybody to the show. We've got about 15 minutes before things get started. Excuse me. All right, so I must have a frog in my throat. All right, so yeah, so as I said, we are at the Sea Lion show. It's going to start here in about 15 minutes. We had a lot of rain, so some things were closed down. I think the rides are just now getting started up again. So that makes my son happy because he was coming here to ride Penguin Track. Not quite sure if I want to ride that just yet. So I come here more to see the shows. So as we can see, people are starting to file in to the stadium. We can see down there the water, which is obviously where the Sea Lions will be. So I want to welcome everybody to the stream today that's taking a look at this. So I am new to the YouTube live stream, so just bear with me. We're still trying to work out any kinks and things. I'm still trying to learn my way into all of this, so I do apologize for any trying to figure things out as we go, but that's the best way to learn. So we're going to figure this out together as we go. Sorry, my phone was ringing, so I thought I turned the ringer down. I guess I did not. It was my son calling me, actually. I'm trying to see what he wants.
Our rehearsal will begin in just 10 minutes. Everyone, please take your seats. Remember, those seated in the first 5 rows are seated in the splash zone, and as the name suggests, you may get wet. Possibly so please choose your seat here.
All right, so as you just heard on the announcement, we are at about 10 minutes away from the show starting, and if you are sitting in the first 5 rows, you are going to get wet. So I am definitely glad I am not down there. Surprisingly, I'm not wet from the rain. I was able to dodge the raindrops quite a bit, so I'm actually pretty dry considering. So as you can see, people are still trying to filter in here. I don't think the park is very busy today. I think when the rain started, it probably sent a lot of people away. So as I said when I started this stream, I do apologize for being a little bit late getting on here, so I apologize for that. Things are just a little bit delayed and everything because of the rain and the storm that we just had. But we are here nonetheless, even though we're late. So again, I apologize. And I'm new to the YouTube streaming. I usually try to hit up all of the Disney parks. I go there a lot. I'm starting to go to SeaWorld and see what there is to see here. And I will be doing some Solar Bear hockey games, and we'll be catching and showcasing a lot of concerts down from Disney Springs. And the Epcot Eat to the Beat actually is starting this weekend, so I have a few shows lined up for that as well. that I will be live streaming and sharing with everybody. So if you do end up liking the stream that you're watching today of the sea lions and being at SeaWorld and see what there is to see, if you could please like this video and consider subscribing to the channel, because it is free, and so you'll be able to catch and stay up to date with all the upcoming live streaming videos that I will be having. So again, sorry for being late, but we are at SeaWorld and we have about 10 minutes for the sea lion show. And they did make an announcement that anybody sitting within the first 5 rows is probably going to get wet. I think you can hear in the background some screams going on. I think they got the rides running again. They were shut down for a while because of the rain, and they probably had to dry the tracks. So as I said, this is, I've got a lot of videos on my YouTube channel. Most of them were just recorded because when I first started with YouTube, I actually couldn't go live until I had 50 subscribers. So the first night that I was able to go live at an event was when I went to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, Tuesday of this week. So you can go on there and see some of the live streaming that I did from that. That was actually the first night that I was able to go live with anything. So you can go check those out or check out my other videos and shorts that I placed on there before I was able to live stream. If you like anything that you see, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. And as you just saw, the mime just came out on the stage. He's pretty well liked here. So he does a lot of funny stuff. I think he's acting like he's going to jump in. Okay, and he likes to come out and be down in the entranceway when people are coming into the show and interact with them. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little bit. See how we do this. Alright, he got out the gate so he can come down here and be closer to the crowd. Just trying some different settings before we go live. Okay, we gotta change that. Bear with me, people. Just new to this and trying to see what the best way is to view this for everybody. All right, so I learned how to zoom in. I was a bit close. But I figured it out, so I do appreciate everybody bearing with me as I learn.
This is your 5-minute call. Our rehearsal will begin in just 5 minutes. Remember, those of you seated in the first 5 rows are in the splash zone, which means you may get wet, possibly soaked, like this.
So those two people were standing down by the water area. The mime was taking their picture, and then they were making the splash zone warning, and then the water came on. Those two people down there got soaked. The mime was down there trying to help seat people. Oh, he's telling them to leave. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can see a little better what he's doing. Oh, too much. taking the couple's picture down there. They're probably going to get splashed again. This mime is so funny. He's taking extra people out of the audience to add them to that couple's photo. They don't even know each other. It's funny. Oh, he's telling the husband to leave. Oh, now he's adding a child to the photo. He just made a whole new family.
The SeaWorld Mime.
Hi guys, is everybody having fun?
All right, the show's about to start. Hope everybody enjoys. Please like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing.
Obviously work here at the Sea Lion and Otter Theater. Now we actually are having a little bit of technical difficulties, but do not worry. We have a special treat for you guys. You guys are going to get a little behind the scenes look at how we train our animals here. Is that good with you? Awesome, very cool. Well, you guys are going to get to see a few different species. So if you do work here in this area, we actually take care of all the animals that do our presentation. We also take care of all the animals right next door at the Pacific Point Reserve. So that includes the California sea lion and the harbor seals. And then here on the stadium side, we have the Asian small-clawed otter, the Pacific walrus, the California sea lions, and then we are slowly but surely working our way into training some harbor seals over here as well. So that is always in progress, which is really fun. In a few minutes, I am going to be joined by some friends, both human and animal. And most likely, you guys are going to see Josh come out first. So one thing, if you guys are especially close enough to hear, or you might be able to see Josh's lips moving, you're going to listen or look for that word, okay. That is Josh communicating to the animal that they are doing the behavior that he's asking for, and they're moving in the right direction to get that final behavior. Now, the word okay communicates to the animal, yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. Here he is, here's Josh. And as I was saying, that word okay communicates to them that you are doing the correct behavior, so come back to me for a reward. Now here, Josh is working with Queso. Queso is a 7-year-old male California sea lion. There are two ways that I can tell that's Queso. He's almost that black color, right? He's a very dark chocolate brown color. He also has those very long whiskers. He has some of the longest whiskers of the animals that live over here on this side. Now, the thing that Josh is holding in his hand, that is called a target pole, which is basically an extension of our arm. So a lot of times when we're training behaviors over the pool, we can't reach that far out, right? So we're going to use something like a target pole to give us distance to help either get the animal to the center of the pool or even sometimes a little bit closer to the glass. Now this behavior that they're working together is called a hide in the moat. We call this area the moat because it kind of looks like a moat that would protect a castle. Now, what Josh is looking for from Queso is for him to pretty much go straight down, and we want those flippers to touch that wall right here. Now, not only are the flippers touching the wall, but he also needs to keep his head straight down. But he's used to looking up at Josh, right? So you guys will kind of see he's looking up a little bit, and Josh might use that target pole to help straighten out his head. That way his flippers are against the wall and head is straight down to the floor. He's pretty cute, right? He's doing a really nice job. Now, if Queso does something that Josh isn't exactly looking for, you'll just see Josh stand there for 3 seconds. We call that an LRRS, a least reinforcing scenario. That communicates to Queso that wasn't exactly what we were looking for, but you know what, we're either going to try again or we're going to move on to something else. A really cool thing about the LRS, and just like everything here at SeaWorld, is you can even reinforce the LRS. So even though they didn't do the correct behavior, you can say, you know what, thanks for staying out here with me. me. Thanks for that nice eye contact. Thanks for this great session. And that way, everything that we do here at SeaWorld is reinforceable. Pretty cool, right? All right, now, right after Queso comes back, he's actually going to go to his area, which we call his home, and his roommate, Luke, is going to come out. Now, it might be a little bit harder to tell the difference between Queso and Luke because they are pretty similar in size. Now, Luke is a little bit older than Queso. He's also going to be a little bit more stocky than Queso. They're also both that dark brown, but Luke has those smaller whiskers, and if you guys are able to get a close look at like his nose or his muzzle area, he's a little bit more blonde around his nose, so that's another way that I can tell that it's Luke versus Queso. Also pay attention to Luke's fur. It's a little bit more wavy, where Queso had that really sleek fur just like that. Now, have any of you guys been to our Pacific Crime Preserve yet? Raise your hand if you've been over there. Oh my goodness, not that many people. All right, well after the presentation, you guys will have to head next door and you'll have to see if you can tell the difference between a seal and a sea lion. Now, Queso is a California sea lion, so is Luke. And like I said about their fur, they're that darker color. They can also walk on all four flippers just like a dog. So they can rotate their pelvic girdle underneath them that allows them to walk like a dog. A harbor seal is going to move a little bit more like an inchworm, kind of up and down, might even roll around to get wherever they need. Oh, please hold. Okay, so I'm going to participate in this session, which is very exciting. And Josh is actually going to jump into the 64-degree water that we have here. So joining Josh is Nicole, and this is Luke here. Now Josh is going to jump in. He's going to do a behavior called a haul out. So when we start this behavior, we actually start it on land, and we train the animals, look for that circle, right? You're going to find that circle wherever that is in the pool. So Josh can be over here, he can be over there, he can be right next to the stage. Once he gets that concept, I go through the circle, then we actually move it right here on stage. That way the trainer can walk with Luke, just like they're doing right here. The only difference is they're in the water versus on land. And the finished product will be, Luke will be on the ledge, he will go into the water and pick up Josh, who will hopefully be at the bottom of the pool, and then Luke will come up and look for me. So this is actually pretty new behavior for Luke. He hasn't done it for very long. Alright, so you guys will see, even though Josh is in the water, he's looking for Nicole for direction, right? And then he's looking for that hole. Alright, so we're going to try that one more time. Now that was great for Mr. Luke, but we're going to take it a little step forward. There he goes. Now he knows what's happening. All right, so he's going to ignore Josh there, hopefully. Now, this is where you'll see that LRS that I was talking about, and Nicole's going to redirect him, help him out. This is where you're going. All right. Now he knows where he's supposed to be, and he's waiting for direction from Nicole. Pretty good, right? Now, as you guys can see, this is new for him, so he is kind of looking, where do I go? What do I do? So we're trying to help him out as much as we can. And what we do are those little tiny baby steps, right? So we only do a few approximations at a time. So he's not going to go from just learning the behavior to the full behavior. And there you can see him walking on all fours, too. Very nice. All right, now, I believe we are going to bring out a different species. Hopefully, if I have my itinerary correct, you guys are going to see an Asian small-clawed otter. They are going to be much, much smaller than the California sea lions. Now, we have some sea lions ranging in range from about 2 to about 27 and everywhere in between. So they can get to be about from 100 pounds to about 600 pounds and anywhere in between there. The Asian small-clawed otter is going to be a little bit more around 8 to 9 to 10 pounds. So they're going to be much smaller. There are 13 species of otter, and the Asian small-clawed otter are the smallest of the 13 species. Now, the training is very similar to a sea lion. So you're going to listen for that word, okay. You're going to look for if the trainer is just standing there for 3 seconds. That's how we're communicating with these guys. Okay, we're going to do a vet exam. This is very exciting. So, Cameron, I don't think you're so cute. You got an all for that. Now, our animals here participate in their own health care, which is super helpful for proactive health care. So what Josh is working on right now is called a check. The seals, the sea lions, and the otters know how to do it. And it's where they allow us to look at their belly area. We can do a body exam each and every day. There we go. So see how she was rolling at first, which is a behavior that she does know, but we were looking for her to stop once she got onto her back. So that was the behavior that Josh brought a lot of attention to. There you go, now you can see. Now Cameron is pretending like he is a veterinarian or one of our vet techs. So you basically get the animals used to other people being around, so that way they're comfortable when the vets can come down or the vet techs can come down and they can take a look at the animals. These guys can also do a little bit of a mouth exam, they can do paw presents, they do voluntary x-rays. So we always try to get creative on how many husbandry or healthcare behaviors that we can do with the animals. Thank you, Cameron. Very nice. Oh, a big wave. All right. So now we are going to have one of our future stars, our future Clyde, or our future Seymour. His name is Gendry, and Gendry's about 6 years old. So he is learning what we call an N dance, or it's kind of our grand
Zoomed in a little bit more so we can see a little better.
Jump off of either this tower or that tower over on the other side where I was standing before, and he can jump in and he can also swim across the pool. So we're kind of getting him used to the audience. Now, believe it or not, part of our training is the animals getting used to all of you guys, or as we would call it, extra stimuli, right? So some of you guys are moving around, some of you guys have ponchos on, some of you guys have those bubble makers. So we just train the animals, come on out, don't worry about what's going on out there. This is going to be fun, this is going to be positive, this is going to be a really great experience, and we get to have fun together. So you'll notice that Gendry's going to have that eye contact with Josh. He's looking to Josh for a positive experience. And he has done this before in sessions without people out in the stadium. So now we're starting to get him used to people walking around and all those other stimuli that I was speaking of before. So I think he's going to come up right above here. And Josh is probably going to wait for him to stop at the ledge because we don't want him to just come out and jump. Right? So he's going to reinforce him for stopping at the ledge. Don't mess up, Josh. We're all judging your throws here. There we go. Very nice. Woo! Nice job, Gendry. So again, you can see he's a little bit smaller. And again, that's just because he's younger. He's learning. So he's a lot of growing to do. He is a little bit of a lighter color, almost like a silver color. So that's one way we can tell Gendry. And he and Josh have worked together since Gendry was a very tiny little pup. Very nice. Now, these guys, all throughout the day, they can get squid, herring, capelin. We have shrimp for the otters. We have lake smelts. We have a variety of fish or food that these guys can eat all throughout the day. And a little bit like how we have a breakfast, lunch, dinner, maybe some snacks in between, we do the same for the animals. So each animal will have their own individual base, which is something that they will need for their own needs. So depending on their age, are they male or female? Are they nursing? Are they active? Are they older? We take all those things into consideration which will give them a base number. So let's say, for example, 20 pounds a day, and then we'll spread that 20 pounds out all throughout the day so that they're not getting 15 pounds here and then 5 pounds later. We're going to do kind of an even amount all across the board. So we come in at 5 o'clock in the morning and we start our day, and we give each animal their own individual bucket. Believe it or not, they also get vitamins each and every day as well. So we make sure that each animal gets everything that they need each and every day. Included in that are the different sessions that these guys will get. And you guys are able to see a few different examples of the sessions. Some were husbandry or healthcare. Some were exercise, right? Coming upstairs, jumping in the pool, swimming around. Some were learn sessions. And then sometimes we get shows. So I think we're ready for our grand finale. Thanks for coming out, everybody, and enjoy our finale.
California, marking the beginning of a journey that will inspire minds, touch hearts, and protect marine life for generations to come. SeaWorld's 60th anniversary celebration isn't just a marker of time. It's a celebration of progress, innovation, and our unwavering commitment to the wonders of the ocean. And today, as we embark on the next chapter of our journey, we invite you to dive deeper, explore further, and discover so much more to see at SeaWorld Orlando.
I want to thank everybody for being patient. So this is one of my first live streams that I did at SeaWorld. Like I said, the first time I did some live streams was the other day when we were at the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. That was on Tuesday. Today is the first day I did a live stream from SeaWorld. So I do appreciate everybody's patience. And I do apologize again for being a little bit late because of the rainstorm that we had. But I still just wanted to check in with everybody. So I just didn't show up and not do any streaming. So again, I do appreciate everybody being patient, and thank you for letting me work out some of the ins and outs of live streaming. you know, the best way to learn is by doing. So I do appreciate everybody for being patient. And we're going to stop the live stream for now. I'm going to go meet up with the rest of my family, and then we're going to see what other shows we can get into today. So I'm going to turn the camera around so I can say goodbye to everybody. All right, so I do want to thank everybody again, and you know, don't mind the messed up hair because we have been stuck in the rain. So again, I want to thank everybody, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you.